as is the case so many times on the farm, on a homestead, on whatever it is you're doing, something else decides to jump in and demand your attention. Hi, I'm Mark. Welcome back to the farm. Well, it's sticky and hot this morning, but we got the birds moved today. So they've got a nice sized pen area set up. They've got areas of shade here and in the back there where they can just dig away to their heart's content. And that typically makes them happy. And then as per the practice we've been having with the guardian dog, who is about twice the size, I think, of a previous time I put him in the video. But we got him set up over here, but his pen makes a U, like a horseshoe, around, hey big dog, around the hens, between the hens and an area that would be problematic, which means anything coming over the fence, right? So if something wants to come over the fence towards the hens, they got to go past this fierce creature right here. Don't bite my finger. And so that's the current setup, and I think it's a good one. We've this area over here has had a lot of predator pressure over the past, and he doesn't really care for the way it smells. He growls a lot and he gives an occasional bark. So I don't know, after a couple days, I'm sure it'll smell like him, and that will have the reverse effect in keeping the predators out. Whew. That's what's going on here. Oh, we put some roofing material against this back fence because there's enough of a gap at the bottom that critters have been coming underneath, and we don't want them coming in, and we don't want him going out in pursuit of things, because that would be not cool. So. All right, man, I'm hot. Whew. Need some water. Well, it's harvest this morning for meat birds, and this is the batch that we did in the woods to see if we could do it here in Florida. We managed to get all the birds to completion of the growing stage, and that's quite an accomplishment, I think. So we've got the station over there for parting them out for the cleaning. It's just a table for hanging on to stuff. We've got the cone set up. Got the scalder. Oops, there it is. The scalder. And that water's currently at 151 degrees. And then we've got the plucker. And this is also ready to go. Everything's been ops tested. So all we got to do now is just get started. And I got my system for moving them. The chicken tractor that I keep them in is out in the woods area there. But I take the mule and I put a big dog kennel in the back. And it's just put them in the door and they ride in there, and then they wait their turn. All right. Early, but that's good. So I'm going to get started and let you know when I'm done. Guess I'm pretty tasty while I'm working. All right, and we're done. It took about 3 hours. I'm wearing a different shirt and hat because I got chicken bombed. Just monster jet of poop. It happens. It's nice to change out of that. But things are cleaned up now. We got everything cleaned and bleached. So now we need to actually put the equipment away, and then we're going to part all these birds out because we got a bunch of holes, but we don't have any, we don't have a stack of breasts and wings and thighs and all that. So we're going to part all these birds out, so it's going to take a while. Here's the deal. Today, I hope to finish repairing the gate because that has been a comedy of errors. I had to, it stopped working. I ordered a new circuit board, and then I ordered a new battery. I got the wrong circuit board, had to return that, got the correct circuit board back, got everything installed. Now the other battery was dead because I guess I'd left it hooked up in some weird configuration. I take the hit for that, although I don't fully understand what I did, except that when I brought that now drained battery over it was unable to charge. It would only go to 50% ever, and then it was a bad something or another. So whatever it is, I tanked it. So I had to order another battery. So now that battery is, and this has been weeks happening now. So that other battery is here. I'm going to take them out, hook it up, and see if I can't get that whole thing to work. That was my plan to have it done earlier today, but then, as is the case, so many times on the farm, on a homestead, on whatever it is you're doing, something else decides to jump in and demand your attention. Since the cows went to freezer camp and I don't have more cows, this grass is out of control. It's a good problem to have, but trying to keep up with it, eventually I kept throwing the deck belt. I'll show you here. So what happened is I kept throwing this deck belt, right? So this is, it's like it goes through a pulley system, which creates tension so that when the pulley from right there, from the engine, which when this is in place, will go back and it will connect up top here. When that spins, that runs a whole pulley system, and then each one of these, 2 and then 3 right there, run the blades. Well, there's a tension pulley right here that was not, well, it ate itself. So this is what the arm is, where it sets on the other side there, and then there's a big spring that connects on there, and that pulls that and puts a lot of tension and keeps the drive belt really tight on the pulleys so that they turn. And then this is the pulley in question, but it is doomed. You can see in there that just has eaten itself, and those bearings are just shot. This thing is, it's been like this for a while. You can see all the metal is ground down. It's not good. So anyway, I thought I would just come out here real quick at first and just reconnect my drive belt because it had come off. And I thought, well, sometimes that happens. A stick will get in there, something will happen, and it'll pop it off the pulleys, and you got to get everything put back together. I could not get everything to work, and when I got it hooked up, it kept popping off. And so I got really frustrated. It was just going to be quick, in and out, and then work on the gate. And so I finally came out here, and I just ripped the whole deck out, and that's when I discovered that was bad. And then I just went through the drill of, figuring out what's the part number, trying to order it, that just took far too long. And oh, by the way, getting the deck out, for some reason today, it wanted to fight me at every turn. So my hands got chewed up, and anyway, I was in an awesome mood when I finished that. But now, see if I'm calmed down enough. I'm going to see if I can get out there and get the gate put back together. So the battery showed up this morning. I ordered it from Amazon, and that's a good way. And it's pretty good. I mean, it comes quick. And I don't know if that just means our area is getting enough population, enough business that they're able to turn stuff pretty fast out here. But it was a quick turn to get this. So this is a small problem with their shipping process, though. This is the box. All right, there it is, right? There's the box. This side up because it's a battery, right? So yeah, winner. Well, this is the box, the Amazon box that they packed it in. This side up. How much does that not work? So this was lying on its side inside this box, which is an Amazon box, which says this side up. So the whole thing shipped on its side. Somewhat less than ideal, I think, but hopefully, fully charged. I'll hook it up real quick just to get a measurement on it, and then if it's good, I'm going straight out to get this thing hooked up. And yep, that's gonna work. Okay, I got here at the gate again. So new circuit board's in, all the wires are right, everything's just hanging down. There's my solar charger controller. So I've got to put the battery box up in here. Got a tiny little frog in here. He seems to like this. Hey buddy, how's it going? They climb in through the top and then they hang out in here. But I don't have any bugs, so I'm okay with that. All right, so I'll get the box set up in here, and then I'll start putting all the wires into place. I took a picture before of what the right configuration was, so I'll pull that up, and then when it's done, we'll see if I can make it run. All right, got everything hooked up. So it's awesome because I'm now pulling 26.2 volts here, so that means both batteries are up and running. And the way that you run it is, right, so you create a series. So I've got 2 batteries, so I've got a wire connecting the negative of one with the positive of the other to create a circuit. And then this is the hot, so this is the positive, so hook that up first. I've got the thick red wire that goes out to my circuit board, and then I've got a thin red wire, which is what comes in from the solar controller. All right, so that's bringing a charge in from the solar panels. Then once that's hooked up, go to the other side, do the negative, right? So now here's my big negative going up to the panel, and then a negative coming in from the solar controller. Now all there is left to do is smoke test it, just turn it on and see what happens. Then I'll program the remotes and see if I can get some action out of the gates. So, I'm afraid to do this. Everybody looking. Much less drama than there was in my mind. I did that part right. All right, well, I'm just gonna program the remotes and then I'm off. All right, I don't have a stand, so I'm gonna run it and see what happens. Here we go. Yes, that's one, that's 2. They're opening. Oh! Do they slow down? Yes. I got it programmed right. They slow, so you get a soft stop, right? They don't slam into the stops. They go boom, and they just. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I might need to clear out. It looks like some sand has accumulated underneath the base there. Let me dig that out with my hands real quick. All right, got those dug out. Now I'll hit it. It should start one after the other, so there's not like this massive load on the battery, just a soft load. Then it'll speed up, slow down, and then they should stop about in the middle. This one needed some adjustment when I first did it, so we'll see what happens. Oh, this one first. Ah, now that one. Good. Going fast. Slowing down. Slowing down. That's nice. How we looking? That's 1. That's pretty close. That's within about an inch or 2. I'll fine tune it. But hey, gates are working. Man, feel good about it, but also what a journey. All right, get all this closed up and make a few minor adjustments to the gate finish points, and we'll be good to go. I'm pretty pleased with that. It's nice to have that working again. It's been a real pill to do it manually every time we want to open and close the gate, but it's late enough now that it's time to give the girls a snack and collect some eggs, and then which they all know because they're now running over here. And I'm going to get on the mower for a while, the other mower, and cut some of that grass. I have 2 riding mowers, one really old and one middle old. They know it's snack time. Okay, hold on a second. Snacks. Not a bad haul. Girls did good. This area is really starting to open up. Look at that. Grass is coming in. And almost all the way down, I've got this one tree remaining right here that is in this lane that I opened up for being able to try and do birds in shade and livestock in shade. So that'll be good. Next, I'll start working on that side and open up a corridor down that side with these big trees here being sort of the median between the lanes. All right, well, I think that's going to do it from here. Talk to you guys later.